good, everybody? So, as we all know, Neverness to Everness is about a month away from launching, and it's a game I've actually been quite excited by. When it first got announced and we first saw some shots of the game, I was actually quite critical of it, but as time has gone on, as the months have gone on, I think they've really started to refine their game and started to fix a lot of issues that people have had. And when I ended up playing the beta a couple of weeks ago, I actually enjoyed myself quite a lot. I'm saying I actually enjoyed myself quite a bit, and the gacha system is, I think, one of the most player friendly that I've seen in a long time, and I have a lot of good things to say about Neverness to Everness right now. And with it only being a month out from launching, I figured let's go and take a review from Nonpon, the review they didn't pay for, an honest take from a 600-hour beta tester, Neverness to Everness. So let's go watch this and take a look at exactly what is going on.
Alright, all the sponsored reviews are finally over. At this point, you've seen everything about the newest beta.
I haven't seen any sponsored review, by the way. I haven't seen. Oh, need to delay for another month to avoid the adversity. Yeah, to be fair, Neverness to Everness is coming out in between Honkai Star Rails and Wuthering. No, sorry, not Honkai Star Rails, Zenless's and Wuthering Waves anniversaries. It's kind of coming out at a really awkward time. But I think people aren't gonna worry about the anniversaries for too long. I think it would be. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay, but yeah, it is unfortunately coming out in between two anniversaries, which is kind of rough. That is definitely rough.
They may have shown you the tourist spots, but I'm here to show you the back alleys.
I love Nanalee. She's great.
After clocking in over 600 hours beta testing, this is the review the developers didn't pay for. My name
That's a lot of fucking hours, man.
Nonpon.
Bro, I think that's half as many hours as I have in Honkai Star Rail total.
And here are my thoughts about NTE. Fellas, I'm gonna be honest. Weren't we making fun of this game 2 years ago? This is Hada Studios we're talking about. The same devs that had one of the worst launches in gacha history. The same devs who made a second server just to watch it die. So why is...
Yeah, this game had a bit of a rough beginning. It really did. It really did have a bit of a rough start.
Despite the reputation, the NTE hype train is moving so fast. Does it actually stand a chance against the waterfall of 2026 gacha releases? Will people actually play it? Or will the comments just say, Anata better? Look, me and Hada have a history. I have something called Hada trauma. I sadly spent hundreds of hours in Tower of Fantasy. Every time they updated that game, I think to myself, alright, what did they break this time? But the combat kept me hooked. And now I'm here, leaning back in my chair, looking at NTE, pondering.
It's quite a pretty game. When you're actually in the environment, it's quite pretty, and it ran pretty okay as well.
If I can
At least when I played it too. I actually had a pretty fun time exploring around Heathrow and the city.
All over again. And after 600 hours in the beta, bro, this is baby's first gacha game, and honestly, that's not an insult. Everything you're used to is here. You got the weapons, the artifacts, the character swaps, the reactions. This is the grilled cheese. I
didn't go too in-depth with the combat systems. I kind of just pressed buttons and kind of felt my way around the game, but the visuals were still really nice during combat.
Of gacha games. You know it's gonna be white bread and American cheese. It's not a culinary risk. It's a comfort food.
Yeah, so it's not doing anything different. It's kind of like the gacha you come to expect. But the question will be, is it packaged in a way that you just find enjoyable? Is the story enjoyable? Do you find the combat smooth to play? You know what you're getting yourself in for when you play something like this, right? You spent half the time in jail? Bro, no, I didn't. I definitely didn't spend hours in jail trying to get out. That definitely didn't happen.
God damn, is it a good grilled cheese. They took the gacha dial and turned it up 3 notches. Then Hada stapled a whole 60-hour life sim to the back of it. What, did you think this was gonna be Wuthering Impact? Check the stream category. Everyone is either driving, decorating homes, or running a cafe. Half the time, I forget I even have a weapon. Can I even call it side content when it's half
the maid cafe
of the gameplay?
And when I found this, I was like, oh my goodness.
No, open world fatigue is real. Oh boy, another anime world where I collect 4,000 items, do puzzles, and outstat the bosses. But what's cool about this game is that you can actually skip the story. a privilege you shouldn't take for granted. The reason why I call this baby's first gacha game is that you could play this for 10 hours and not even realize it's a gacha. Just like how people thought Genshin Impact was anime.
I feel like everyone said that about Arknight's Enfield. I feel this is giving me Arknight's Enfield vibes. Game first, gacha second. We'll see how much of that is true, because my worry with things like this or games like this is they have a lot of novelties, right? A lot of things that are really, really cool when you do it for the first time, but after you've already done them and tried them, do you really care about them again, right? And I think that's the thing, that maybe that will be true when you first like play the game, like all the novelties will be really, really cool. But at the end of the day, we're always going to go back to what's the dailies like? What's the daily progression like? What do you do every single day? And that's really going to be the core gameplay. But the novelties on top is cool for like first time starting out playing the game. Absolutely.
Breath of the Wild. People will call this anime GTA, but they're wrong. This is anime Yakuza. It exists solely to distract you into oblivion. You're trying to do the main quest? Well, that's too bad. Your power wash simulator needs you, your cafe rating is dropping, your Uber driver reviews are trash, and you've got mahjong, fishing, crane games, and hand-holding to attend to. NTE is a Tycoon game first, and the gacha game second. No wonder the
game first, gacha second.
rates are so generous with no 50-50. The endgame is real estate and car mods. A new character doesn't change the game, it just changes the person sitting in your passenger seat. But watch your wallet, because Hada found a way to make the gacha weird. Did you know you can roll a character skin before you even own the character?
Dude, I really liked, am I crazy? I really, really liked the gacha Neverness to Everness, right? They have, it's like, it's just cool. It reminds me of Enfield saying insufficient power alert. Yeah, the Monopoly board is cool.
That's pretty whack. The gacha is generous, sure, but I'd be pissed if I own a skin for a character I don't have. The combat is a Frankenstein's monster of Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. Honestly, the stitches hold up. You mix and match reactions while spamming intro skills over and over. You also have triple element reactions, which is the most unique thing about it, but there's not a single sponsored review that pulls that off. Let me show you what the combat can actually do.
I did not spend enough time on the combat to get a good feel for it.
Let's finish this!
I am the storm that is approaching.
Time to slow the Don't worry, I'll handle this. Pretty spinning.
Just like Ardent's Enfield, if we're talking about gacha, in NTE, there's no 50-50, right? It's always guaranteed, but the way that they do it with the whole like Monopoly board and like the soft pity makes it actually quite engaging. Like I think a lot of the problems people have with no 50-50 is that like, oh, you always know it's like guaranteed, so where's the excitement? But the fact that you can do it by like rolling on the board makes it like, oh, is it gonna land where I need to? Like it kind of brings back some of the excitement of like when you're gonna hit that roll.
Clear.
Dude, I love the motorbike.
Pretty spin and clear.
Ass.
Target confirmed.
Trust me.
Time for the professionals to take over.
And the beta gave a shit ton of pulls. Bro, I got enough to get Nunnally, like her Nunnally, like her skins, the wrap for her car. Like it was really, they gave a lot of pulls in the beta. If they do that much in the actual release, oh my God, everyone be guaranteed like Nunnally first time. Yeah. They just saw trash cans.
Target pretty. I'll deliver this one, Mike. No, clear on time. I'll handle this.
Let me take over. Divide.
Yeah, because the beta was so generous with the polls. Yeah, obviously. If it changes, then yeah. But I remember Arknight's beta was kind of similar to release, but NTE, they gave you so many fucking polls.
0.
Fun fact, when you do an ultimate, it freezes the timer. You'll feel like you're playing for 5 minutes when only 2 minutes have actually passed. So is there anything else about the combat? Bro, you got your grilled cheese, what more do you want? Go make money. Who cares about your rotation? What's your Tycoon level? Did you know everyone can look at your profile and see your assets? Like,
yeah, I own real estate.
come on, man. What is this smashed up car? You driving that thing? Oh, what? The sponsored reviews didn't tell you that there's secret weeklies that give you a fat amount of cash? Oh yes, there's plenty of easy to miss dailies and weeklies in this game. So much in fact, that I expect most players to miss out on them during release. But don't worry, I have 5 videos ready for launch day. Unsponsored of course, unless... So what do I think of NTE? Will it stack up? Fellas, this is a good game. I like it a lot. The music is a bop. The combat is stylish, and the city feels alive. The story is episodic, and I'm fine with that. Sometimes it's not that serious.
I liked the story. It was very, how do I feel? It was very like simplistic in terms of its like delivery. It was very high energy, kind of cutesy. Wasn't really dark or anything. I enjoyed it though. It was lighthearted. It was a kind of feel good.
You aren't some hero trying to save the world. You're just here to pay rent. The game doesn't falter, and everything about it is good at the very least. But how much does the word good go for nowadays? The combat is good, exploration is good, the Tycoon is good, but nothing is going to melt your brain like it's a new generation of gacha games. It doesn't take many risks, and you've played these type of games before, and maybe you're already set on a game that's like this. But if you're a fan of Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, you'll enjoy this game as a tourist at the very least. It's too familiar not to, and like every gacha game, you'll run out of things to do and probably swap over to whatever game has the next big update. I don't think that's a problem. Gacha games shouldn't be forever games. You should try other things out. Sure, they'll guilt trip you with stamina systems, but who cares? Neverness to Everness isn't trying to be a revolutionary gacha game. It wants to stand alongside other titles with its urban environment. It's too safe to fail, and I know people will enjoy it. And I don't care.
I think it's definitely going to have an audience regardless, right? There's especially people who played like Tower Fantasy. Like this has an audience that will play it regardless. I actually have quite high hopes for it. I don't think it's going to be a failure. Unless something crazy happens on launch. Unless they have crazy fucking launch problems, I don't see this game failing or anything like that. I think it could only kind of get better because it really did start out kind of rough on its first announcement.
What the best anime open world gacha is, because it doesn't matter. I've lived through Hada trauma, and yet I'm still choosing to be here. All I know is I genuinely like this game, and I hope you do too. I have 5 NTE videos ready for launch day. I hope they can help you navigate the city a little easier. Thank you to all my YouTube members and Twitch subs. You all keep me going. And that's it for
Yippee! W video.
me. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.
I kind of wish this was a little bit longer. I wish it was a little bit longer and went in a little bit more depth. I kind of felt this video was very much like on the surface level, right? I feel like for a 600-hour like honest take, I felt this was very surface level of like a video, right? I don't know. Like it's very like it has this thing. It's kind of cool. It has this thing. You could do that. Also kind of cool, you know? I don't know, but I think this is a good like first impression kind of take on Neverness to Everness. I'm excited to try it out when it comes out. I will be playing. I played the beta. I had fun with it. I think my biggest complaint I had with NTE was like the cars and not driving them. It was actually the sound that the cars made. Dude, the engine sounds in NTE are kind of trash. Yo, Harder Studios, if you change that before release, even better game. I will sing its praises massively. But yeah, I'm excited to try out NTE when it arrives in a month's time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go subscribe to Non-Pon as well. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.